Warning: Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear it. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, today I want to pose a question to you all, and I would like everyone's honest opinion on this, because we got to get serious about some things. Because if we don't get serious, then we're not going to make it. Our children aren't going to make it. Your grandchildren aren't going to make it. Your nieces, your nephews aren't going to make it. So we got to get very serious and start posing these type of questions and start looking at whether there are solutions to these issues. And the question that I have to pose to you today, family, is foundational Black Americans, aka the descendants of American freedmen, cooked in California? And it's a very serious question. I posed that question because I saw a few videos that we're going to go over, and it greatly concerned me. It made me really, really concerned about the future of our family in California, just off of the things that I've been seeing. And then also we're going to get into some things that you may or may not know about that will be happening pretty soon in California as well. So the question as I posed it is our family, the FBA, descendants of American freedmen, cooked in California? Now, I want to get into this video, and in case you don't remember who this man is, this is Assemblyman Isaac Bryan. And he was the man who literally stood in between Bill Essayli when Bill Essayli was trying to bring up our reparations bill, even though Bill Essayli is a Republican dude who's not a black man, by the way. He was trying to bring the bill that they were supposed to be bringing up and refused to bring up. He was trying to bring it to the floor, and this man literally stood in the middle, in between Bill Essayli and the floor, blocking him, if you will, the same way they were blocking the bill from reaching the floor. And by they, I mean the Congressional Black Legislative Caucus. So family, I want to get into these videos. I want to get into these videos because there's a couple of things I want to break down. So let's go there, family.
And what you say about block reparations for black people on August 31st?
Two things I want you guys to notice right off the bat. I want you to notice the type of music that's playing there. And then I want you to notice who they have basically as his protection, or, his handler is a black woman. Okay? This man don't have, or didn't have, security at the time, I guess, but they always send out these politicians with a handler. And they kind of maneuver. And if you've seen my video I did on Sheila Jackson Lee when I ran up on her and the other the other representative, Ron Reynolds, you saw that with Ron Reynolds, he was more accessible. However, with Sheila Jackson Lee, you had Senator Boris trying to whisk her away. When I was trying to speak to the House Whip, they had some random white woman just blocking me, making sure I cannot get close to her. These people are called handlers. And his handler just so happened to be a black woman. The music that's playing just so happened not to be. Let's continue.
Hey, what you got to say for block reparations for black people on August 31st? What you got to say about that?
I say nobody blocked the reparations.
Yeah, you did. We saw you block reparations for black people on August 31st.
This man said nobody blocked the reparations.
We saw you block reparations for black people on August 31st. About block reparations for black people on August 31st. Hey, what you got to say for block reparations for black people on August 31st? What you got to say about that?
I say nobody blocked the reparations.
Yeah, you did.
All right, family. He said nobody blocked the reparations. And you know what we got to do? Because, you know, within the new black media, we're here to remind people who people really are when they try to repackage themselves, like Kamala Harris tried to do, like the mainstream, lamestream media tried to do for Kamala Harris. So let's remind people who Isaac Bryan really is.
So this is Assemblyman Mr. Bryan. He's mad I brought up the reparations vote. So he's preventing me from speaking. And he's trying to block my access to it. Why are you so upset?
You vote for 3 strikes. You put black folks in prisons. But
here
now
for
you
3
want to be a reparations person.
Well,
But you
we
won't
should
vote
have
for the bill.
And I've said this before, family. This man, I was about to call you guys homie because this man, I was about to go off on him personally at this point in time. I said this before. What this man just did was a non sequitur. It literally was a bad faith argument because it had nothing to do with the situation at hand. Whether or not the man voted for 3 strikes or whatever he did, which he didn't because he wasn't there when 3 strikes was voted on. That was also the Democratic Party as well. Anyway, I digress. This man was trying to bring the bill to the floor. So whether or not he voted for 3 strikes or he want to block anything else, he's trying to bring that bill to the floor. So by saying, oh, you voted 3 strikes and you voted against this, now you want to be a reparationist, it doesn't matter. It has no merits in the conversation. As my mother used to say, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? It doesn't change anything. And it doesn't have anything to do with anything. Why are you blocking him from bringing up or speaking on bringing up a bill that directly benefits foundationally Black Americans, aka American freedmen? It makes no sense.
We should.
I supported the bill all session.
Then bring the bill.
Will you vote for?
And that's another thing. It doesn't matter if you supported the bill all session if you don't support the bill when it gets down to the nitty gritty and passing it. That's like, and I want to make sure I come with the proper analogy. That's like me getting a caterpillar and putting it in a terrarium and watching the stages of that caterpillar go from just a caterpillar to a cocoon. And that cocoon, that fresh cocoon, turns into a seasoned cocoon where you can see like now it's taking shape, it's getting harder, and it looks like it's about to crack open. But before that cocoon cracks open, you reach into the terrarium and you grab that cocoon and you squash it with your bare hands. And then when someone asks you, why the hell would you do something like that? You say, well, I supported the caterpillar all the way through the whole process. But yet you killed it before it could actually become a butterfly. So what does it matter how much support that you gave that caterpillar throughout the process? Follow me. It makes no difference if you supported the bill all throughout the process if you was gonna kill the bill with your bare hands. It makes absolutely no sense. And for him to even mention it as if he should get merits on top of that is absolutely asinine and ridiculous.
For the bill, Mr.
Bring the bill.
Will you vote for the bill?
Bring it up.
Will you vote for reparations?
Bring it
I
up.
would love it.
If you would love it, then why didn't you bring up the bill? It doesn't matter if you sitting there asking him if he's going to if he's going to vote for the bill if you're not going to bring it up. It's a nonsensical argument, another non sequitur. It's an oxymoron. If you're not going to bring up the bill, why are you asking if he will vote on the bill that you refuse to bring up? The man even tried to bring the bill himself. And all of you blocked it and put the bill in the inactive area or pile or whatever. This is what you did. Let's continue.
Bring it up.
Let's vote for reparations
Bring
together.
it up. Bring it up.
You in, Bill?
Bring it up.
I didn't think so.
All right, so this is Assemblyman Isaac Bryan. So when he says he didn't block the bill, we literally just watched him do a bunch of non sequitur talking points in order to block that bill. So let's get back over here.
We saw you block reparations for black people. SB 1331.
Hold on.
You the first
One
one.
second.
We saw you though. We saw you with your own
AB7. Are
eyes.
you supporting 87?
We saw you.
Are you supporting
We saw you. Everybody in the community.
Now notice that 87 nonsense.
Hey, what you gotta say for block reparations for black people on August 31st?
Let me say this real quick. That AB7 nonsense, that supposed bill in order to give descendants of American slaves children free schools, and the only free schools that you'll have are you'll qualify to go to with this bill is UC California or one of their UC not UC, it's UC California, and I forget the other one. I reported on it a while ago. However, it's not nothing tangible. You come around with free schooling when we had a bill that would have put funds in the pocket of people so they could pay for their own damn schooling. And he did that after he got put back in the office. So my question to you all again is, California, when it comes to the descendants of American freedmen, the FBA family, are we cooked there? Because the man got back into office. Now, one might be able to say, hey, you know, there's a lot of Hispanics and Mexicans or whatever out there, and he might be in an area that's predominantly Hispanic, Mexican, or whatever, and he might have got back in the office because of them. And I would have to do some more research to verify yes or no on that. But that isn't the reason why I'm asking this question either. Because I'm going to show you within the next video, I think that I said there was 2, there's actually 3. Within the last video, I'm going to show you the reason that I actually came and posed this question to you all. So let's continue this video.
Hey, what you got to say for black race, for reparations for black people on August 31st? What you got to say about that?
Nobody blocked the reparations.
Yeah, you did. We saw you block reparations for black people on August 31st, though. We saw you, though. We saw you with your own eyes, though.
Are you supporting 87?
We saw you. We saw you with your own eyes. You block reparations, though. We saw you, though. You.
Priority admissions. Notice how he's trying to drill our brother as if we should be supporting that bull stuff bill, that nonsensical bill, when we had a perfectly good bill that he refused to bring to the table. Let me give you another analogy, family. That's like a man deciding to take a dump on your kitchen table. And you like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Why would you take a dump on my kitchen table? We got a perfectly good bathroom. We got perfectly good running toilets. Why would you take a dump on my kitchen table? And he's like, well, I wiped my ass. Are you in support of wiping your ass? Are you in support of wiping your ass? That's what this man is doing. It is very nonsensical. We're questioning you about a specific bill that you refused to bring to the floor, and then when someone wanted to bring it to the floor just to see what the vote count would be, you stood and blocked him from speaking. So once again, this man is bringing a bunch of non sequitur arguments that has nothing to do with what he's being asked.
You lied at the Culver City meeting. You lied, saying you support reparations. You blocked reparations for black people. We was there.
We're giving toys to special needs kids.
You giving people
We're
toys.
blocking special needs kids.
Notice how he tried to make it about something totally different. We're giving away toys to special need kids. You're blocking toys being given away to special need kids. If you don't see the disrespect, that's oozing off of this man, my question is relevant. If you can't see the overarching disrespect, then my question is relevant. Are we cooked in California?
We see you block reparations for black people, though. What you gotta say? And what you gotta say for block reparations for black people, though? We just have to say capital August 31st, though.
My bad, family. So I guess now he got his security starting to circle the wagon. So this is the same day, because the last video that I want to show, it's the same security. So it is the same day, family. Now, let's...
And what you gotta say about black reparations for black people though? What you gotta say?
Family, do he look like he's a part of the lineage? I don't know. I'm just asking. So he wouldn't give two damns about actually, you know, taking that job, right? I'm just saying. I was offered a job working for being an intern for one of the state senators here in Texas. As a matter of fact, it was Ted Cruz. You think I took that position, family? Everything within me told me hell no. So to all the people that say, oh, FBA's, they're a Republican hate group, this, that, no, we're not. We're a lineage of people. And I had to explain this the other day. We are a lineage of people. And with 45 million of us strong, we can vote Republican, we can vote Democrat, we can vote independent. And it's none of your damn business what we decide at the end of the day. That's our right as an American citizen. See, this internet has convinced people that everything must be on display. When a person's political standing is their business, who they voted for has always been their business. However, people has been convinced that they have to go around telling all of their business. But I digress. If we were Republicans and we were a Republican group, then I would have jumped at the chance to work with Ted Cruz. However, I have too much integrity within me to work with anybody who's shown themselves to be an enemy of our people. And that's just what it is. And that's why I have to ask, is this brother, you know, do we need Brother Black Alpha and his tether alert? Because I'm kind of, I'm iffy, I'm questionable. I got to question anybody who would literally put their interest to the side in order to protect someone who blocked a bill that would have benefited them, their children, their children's children, so forth and so forth. Let's continue.
And we ain't gonna do nothing. But when you gotta say black reparations for black people though, you lied to the community for the last 3 years, say you support reparations on. Why you lying? And you talk about that reparations study for people getting college admission, there ain't no reparations though.
Go volunteer, help out with the president. Never got with the black kids here, need jobs. Go help out real quick.
And then this man, see, go help out with the presidents. Go help out with the presidents. We need y'all. Know what we need is people like the brother and sister in the family that went down there to hold this dude's feet to the fire. That's what we need. We need more people to stand up to these politicians. We need more people to make sure they know that we're unhappy with their progression. We don't need to be helping people pass out gifts to a bunch of people who shouldn't be in the country in the first damn place. We don't need anybody who wants to go over there and say, you know what, you're right, let me calm down and help you pass out presents because there are needy children here who are special needs. No. We don't need that. What we need is people to actually hold these people's feet to the fire. That's counterproductive, sitting there telling your own people to go and help with gifts while they're sitting there trying to hold a man accountable for the actions that he committed that actually hindered our people. Who the hell is this guy? Let's move forward, family. We're going to get to this next clip. I believe this is the beginning of the clip here.
Garrison for Chief Casio.
Why you block reparations?
Garrison for Chief Casio.
Why you block reparations?
Republican.
Did you block reparations for black people off 31st?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we did. We seen you though.
In fact,
We
I
seen you.
just
We seen
introduced
you.
AB7. You know what AB7 is?
SB 1331.
Okay,
Well, you talk.
Notice, he's been like pressed several times, and each time that he's been pressed, he keeps bringing up this non sequitur bill. And then he tried to make our folks out to be from the MAGA crowd because he's being held accountable for bringing up a non sequitur bill after blocking a bill that would have actually benefited our communities.
You talking about
read
reparations?
87? You
You
want me
talking
to
about the
read?
reparations for study for UC schools?
Were you dancing for the Republicans this last election? Because I got pictures, bro. I got it.
You see how he just tried to completely toss away everything that's being brought up by saying, were you dancing with the Republicans? It wouldn't matter if he was dancing with the devil. You did what you did. You blocked what we needed. But yet you want to see or ask him if he was dancing with the Republicans? If he was dancing for the Republicans? But you were the one that actually blocked black progression, and you're a Democrat, right?
We got him too.
You're an elected official.
You elected official, Assembly Eisenmeyer.
80% of my community held my back.
But they didn't.
80% of his community had his back. We need to check into the demographics of his community. Matter of fact, let's do it now. I'm forgetting the damn actual term district, not community, district. Well, that's it right there. All right, this is his district map. Let's look and see here. Total population, 476, 444. Latino, 33%. Non-Hispanic or Latino, 66%. Let's see here. Black, 20%. 20%. So, if he's correct in saying 80% of his community came out and had his back.
No.
Community held my back.
You elected official, Assembly Eisenmeyer.
80% of my community held my back.
80%, that 80% aren't black. For the most part. that 80%, for the most part, is non-Hispanic and Latino. For the most part. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting that he would say that. Very interesting. Let's continue.
But they didn't know.
Y'all couldn't just keep Casio elected, and I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I didn't vote for him either. I didn't vote for him either.
Y'all couldn't.
I didn't vote for him either.
I know y'all wanted him bad. I wish he would have won too. No, you ain't.
Notice how condescending this asshole is being. He can't sit there and take the lickings. He got to sit there and make it seem like, oh, you're just out here caping for the Republicans. That's exactly what he's doing, family. Trying to make it seem like we're out here just caping for the Republicans. I'm sorry we couldn't get your boy in. No accountability.
Invited his ass
Not
up
me,
in
brother.
here. I remember.
Not me, homie.
I remember. I got pictures.
You
I
don't
got
know me.
evidence.
You don't know me. Nah, wrong person.
I don't know you. You don't know
You don't.
me.
I do.
So if you'd like to get to
This
know
nigga right
me,
here, nah.
Yeah, you blocked reparations for black
We know
people
you
off
already.
31st though.
We know you enough. to get you
Yeah,
up
we
out
blocked
of here.
reparations. We was at the San Francisco State Capitol. We seen you what's going
my
on.
community, 80%.
It's our community too.
Now notice how he keep going back to that 80% number, but more than 80% of his community isn't black. That doesn't make any sense. So if anything, you're actually proving their point. Family, and notice when she said, you don't know me, or you don't know me either, but if you get to know me, our brother said something that he could not dispute. We know you blocked that bill. We were standing there. 80% of my community voted for me, 80%. Let's move to this next video. This is the video that actually prompted me to question you all today, to pose that question: are we cooked in California as foundational Black Americans, aka the descendants of American freedmen? And shout out to Dewan B for posting this. Apparently it was his homegirl Brandy Kane who did the pull up on him. Now, this is the part that boiled my blood.
Y'all get the fuck away from my side. Fuck all y'all up right now. Show my crib, nigga. We ain't never allowed.
Knock it off. Knock it off.
Y'all get?
Yeah, right.
Y'all get me?
Fuck all y'all. Y'all get the fuck away from my side. Fuck all y'all up right now. Show my crib, nigga. We ain't never allowed.
How are you gang banging on your community who is trying to hold this pie like triction feet to the fire? How you calling your gang name out for a nigga who literally blocked your family members from getting what they're supposed to get? And this is what Jason Black talks about when he says you gotta watch these old niggas. How dare you stand in the way of progression? How dare you try to use your gang and your title in your gang in order to try to stop the Black grassroots from holding the pie trictions feet to the fire for our community? How dare you? These are the people that are trying to cook our people. These are the people that's assisting these other groups in cooking our people. These are the people that we need to address. These are the people that we need to literally look at and say, we need to come up with a solution for these kind of people. Because that woman, this woman had the audacity and the mitigated gall to gangbang on the black grassroots who's there to fight for people like her. So family, I got to ask, are we cooked in California because of people like this? Now, Dewan says that he had a few local OG gang members escorting him around. I ain't see no OG gang members. Maybe that's just me. Maybe Dewan see something that I didn't. All I saw was a loudmouth woman using the gang title and name to sit here and talk and denigrate a people that was there to support and actually bring change for our people. While this man is kikiing and kakaying about it. And then the woman goes on to try to shame the black grassroots as if we're in the wrong for holding this man's feet to the fire.
Knock it off. Knock it off. Yeah, right.
Move, nigga, the fucking loud. Get that shit out of here. That shit don't work. Move that. Yeah, it does.
Listen to that. That shit don't work. What doesn't work? It only don't work because of people like you. Who would rather love on a politician, who would rather act like their family, call them uncle, call them auntie, call them cousin, call them mama love. And I keep telling people consistently over and over and over and over again. Politicians are not your friends. They are not your family. They are a tool and they should be used as such. The same way white supremacy used them as a tool. Y'all want to run around here hugging on these politicians while they're literally trying to dissimulate and dissipate, and destroy your community, your children, and their ability to have a future. They facilitate the destruction of our community. And people like this help them facilitate it. And when I said this made my blood boil, you all can see how pissed off this gets me. The passion in me for my people, it just boils. And anyone who has passion for their people, it would make your blood boil too. Are we cooked in California because of people like this? My question is very relevant, family. Very relevant. While these people are out here destroying our people, we got people like this woman here trying to help them, all so that they can hug them when they come around, take pictures with them. Which none of those things bring any type of tangible benefits to their children, their grandchildren, their nieces, their nephews, nothing. What is wrong with people, man? I'm gonna play a little bit more out of this because I want to show one more part of this video, and then we're gonna move on.
They ain't gonna protect you, Isaac. That ain't gonna work. That don't work on us. That ain't gonna work on us. That don't work on us. This nose. This.
Notice how he said, if you're gonna record everything, as if that woman doing that was something to be proud of. Hell no. He basically just had a woman make a fool out of herself for him. And he's laughing and kikiing about it while he destroys our communities. While he aids in the destruction of our communities.
Nose right here. What nose? That nose.
No, for real, that ain't cool.
See how?
No, what you doing ain't cool. It sounds like she just got finished drinking on 340s and wanted to come over there acting a damn fool. That ain't cool. No, what you're doing isn't cool. Because what your children are going to have to go through won't be cool. What your grandchildren are going to have to go through won't be cool. And Isaac Byron, Brian, will be sitting there laughing and kikiing while all this stuff is happening to your grandchildren, to your children, to your nieces, to your nephews. That won't be cool. But old niggas ain't think about none of that, nor do they care to think about any of that.
How we are? See how we are?
Isaac.
Cutting off the nose and smite the face, exactly. That's exactly what he did to us. And shot black people in the foot.
Reparations for black people, though.
Yeah. So what? That's what we need. These toys don't.
She said, so what? Where is this woman from? That's what I would like to know. Is her lineage from outside of the country? Does her people go back to the slave fields in the Americas? Because it doesn't sound like it. So what? What do you mean, so what? This man blocked massive policy for us, and you're talking about, so what? And that's why everybody shouldn't be sitting there trying to speak when it comes to elements that they don't understand, nor do they care to. Willful ignorance is still ignorance. And willful stupidity is still willful stupidity. This is the last part I wanted to play of this clip, family.
Don't matter when we need reparations. It ain't so what. Where is she safe at?
Come to my tent where you're safe at. Family. The whole community should have been making sure this man wasn't safe nowhere around them. And this woman tried to give him shelter. Which wouldn't have worked, because if we want to get to somebody, we're going to get to somebody. I don't give a damn where you're from. We know the rules of LA. Let's not play that game. This is ridiculous and this stupidity. All because you want to protect a man that literally gives two shits about you. If people wanted him touched, he'd have been touched already. That's not the point. The point is holding this man's feet to the fire for his decisions against us. But yet he claims to be a black representative. But this right here, this pissed me off more than anything.
None of that don't work on me.
A lot of people gonna be mad at me though, but oh well, shit.
Young lady, don't let him fool you. He blocked your reparations, little sis. Don't let him lie in your face. He giving you toys, but he blocked your money. Black people are due reparations, and he blocked your.
Notice what this man said. Some people make noise, some people make a difference. And you, sir, are the man who make noise. The people who are making the difference are the black grassroots who hold your feet to the fire to force you to do what you're supposed to do for the people. Trying to confuse this young girl is the most diabolical out of this whole situation today. As if she's supposed to grow up to be like that other bad witch that just walked by. Let me take that back. She might not be a bad witch. Let me just pull that back. That other tap dancing coon. I don't know if she's a tether or not, but we gonna call her a tap dancing coon from henceforth forward. But he's basically making it seem to her that she needs to be like that tap dancing coon that just came up gangbanging on our own people, who's trying to protect our own people from economic deprivation and elimination. And you know, there's another politician that we've been given a pass to for a while as Black Americans, foundational Black American freedmen in California, and every state has one, I'm pretty sure. But it reminds me of Maxine Waters. When she was getting called out 2 years ago about how all these illegals were getting all these amenities and they're not even citizens. But yet, we got black people sleeping on the streets in California, Skid Row, and other places in California. But since Maxine Waters was a representative of Los Angeles, the LA family came and got at her about these things. Let's get into it.
Wilson. Did they move another location where they're taking ass? Is there any more locations than this one?
No, it might have been just so many people out here.
1 minute. I want everybody to go home. And I want we don't got no home. Okay. That's why we here. Miss McKinney, yeah. Miss Waters, keep home, we gonna go too.
And she's laughing about it. People are serious, and she started laughing about it. The same way that dude started kikiing and cacaing when that woman came up gangbanging on the black grassroots. These are the people that supposedly represent us. And while they out there actually representing other people. Let's get into this last bit. Cash-strapped California considers $15 million plan to fight Trump deportations. Let's get into it, family. Hold on. I don't know why that had to just happen, but yeah. Cash-strapped California considers $15 million plan to fight Trump deportations. The funding is part of a $60 million package proposed less than 2 weeks after the budget analysis warned of a looming deficit crisis. Let's get into it, family. The California legislature is considering a supplemental budget that would send some $15 million to nonprofits. So it's cash grab, ladies and gentlemen, nonprofits that help illegal immigrants avoid deportation as part of its efforts to bankroll Governor Gavin Newsom's effort to obstruct the incoming Trump administration policies. Family, that $15 million could have went to you. It could have went to the descendants of American freedmen. But instead, they're using that $15 million to help illegals. They're giving that $15 million and they're giving it to these people who won't be using the $15 million all for illegals. No. Because, you know, some of that is going to go in those nonprofits' pockets. You better believe it. And also believe that it's not just going to be $15 million. The added funding was unveiled December 3rd, the first day of a special session. Try to say that 5 times fast. Newsom convened so lawmakers could approve spending on the California Democrats' Trump resistance plan, and come less than 2 weeks after the state budget analysis warned that the Golden State's $2 billion deficit is projected to swell to $20 billion by 2026. We're less than 2 years away from California's deficit going from $2 billion to $20 billion. And if they would have paid reparations, that deficit would have been eliminated dramatically because of the spike to the economy. But no, they cut off their nose to spite their face. It's part of a $60 million legislative package, more than double the $25 million that Newsom requested. So they only requested $25 million, and the legislature said, no, you know what, let's kick that to $60 million. Interesting. That also includes funding for expected litigation at the state and local levels. So family, and if you want to read this yourself, you are welcome to. This is quite a lengthy article, and I don't have that much time. However, this is what you get in California as a Black American, as the foundational Black American, as the descendant of an American freedman. You're getting your own people, if she is our own people, fighting against you to protect your own people, to force someone who's supposed to represent your people to do what they're supposed to do for their own people, or for the people who elected him, who he's supposed to represent. So I gotta ask this question one last time before we end this, family. Our foundational Black Americans, aka the descendants of American freedmen, are we cooked in California because of people such as this? All because of people like this. Are we cooked, family? Just want to know. It's just a simple question. And please leave your honest opinion. Please leave your honest opinion, because I would be gracious to hear it. I'd be gracious to read them. And with that being said, family, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you haven't done so yet, please make sure that you go to hit that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations, because we got a lot of these politicians out here. And if we're not pushing for legislation for ourselves, if we're not doing it ourselves, it's not going to get done, family. And as long as we keep people like this in office, then we won't have a bat shot out of hell, to be honest with you. And our children won't have a shot. And their children won't have a shot. And their children's children won't have a shot. And their children's children won't have a shot. We need to come to terms, and we need to literally sit and discuss some things. And we need to discuss some people. We need to discuss the way things happen in our community. Our people like this are going to continue to win and continue to wash out, drown out, destroy the Black American, the foundational Black American, the descendant of the American freedmen. And with that being said, family and friends, the doors of the church are now closed. Peace, family.